Everybody. So we're going to come to our mats. Oh, and I do want to mention, if you are following the Spotify list, you can play the music on your end. I'm not going to play the music because I find it kind of messes up the audio. So if you want to find yourself to your mat, you're going to come into a comfortable seat. You can sit up on some pillows, put a blanket over your lap, whatever position works well. And we're going to do just our hands resting on our thighs. Just bring some warmth there. Gentle rubbing your hands back and forth. Noticing your hands generating some heat. Maybe you feel some heat in your legs. In my parents' house, I'm in the basement, so it's always chilly, even as spring is coming on at last. Simultaneously with your breath, start relaxing that gaze. You can look at a spot on the floor. You can bring your eyes to close. Begin to bring in just some gentle but deliberate inhales through your nose and out through your lips. Continuing to bring some heat in from your hands. When you start feeling a little bit of a tingling sensation in your fingers, maybe some warmth, maybe some friction, you can bring them to stop. You can come to heart center in prayer, or just rest on your knees or your legs. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your lips like you're whistling without noise. Inhale through your nose, shoulders come up. Exhale through relaxed lips as shoulders come down your back. Biggest inhale yet. And sigh it out with some sound. And one more just like that, if not even bigger. Sigh it out. Excellent. You can begin to blink your eyes open. This whole practice, you can just follow the sound of my voice if you'd like to keep your eyes closed. The intention that I set for today's practice was the sense of ease. How do we generate a sense of ease? Why do some things just feel so difficult? How do we cope with challenges and just recognize where that ease lies, and if we can draw it in, or if we can just have some sort of dialogue with the sense of ease. I won't be using the word ease so much. I'll kind of let you think of what ease means to you. All right, so we're going to come to our backs, stack up however you like. Our heart benches, where you stack them kind of at your lower ribs, and you can let your shoulders fall open. You can place a pillow under your legs, wherever you like. We're just going to take a moment of reclined relaxation. Eyes can come closed. Take an inhale here. And release the air. Inhale deep. And release as you melt into the floor, shoulder blades relax. One more time in your own time. Excellent. Ever so gently, remove whatever supports you have. We'll come back to them, don't worry. And you're going to come lying down on your back. Extend your left leg as if you're standing on the wall beneath it. Tuck in your right knee. Reach over and give your right knee a little hug. You can reach at your shin or under your thigh, your hamstring area, wherever you can reach. Just gently pulsing on your inhale, pulling it in, and exhale, releasing it back gently. Like a rocking back and forth. Inhale, compressing in, and exhale, release. One more time, inhale, pulling in, and exhale, release slightly. We're going to extend our left hand down to the floor, out either like a goalpost or just reaching out like an airplane arm. Palm can be up or palm can be down. Using our right hand, which is still making contact with our right leg, begin to guide that right knee towards the right side of your body, opening it up, right toes going towards the right side of the room. You're in control of how far that knee opens to the right. trying to keep that left hip grounded as much as possible. Both feet flexing. Inhale here. And exhale, settle. Inhale here. And exhale, settle. One more cycle of breath in your own time. Keeping that leg moving ever so slightly towards that right ear. And on your next exhale, bring it on back to center. You're going to switch hands. So your left hand is going to reach over to your right leg. Your right hand is going to reach to the floor next to you. Airplane arms or cactus arms. And begin to guide that right knee over to the left side. A gentle twist. Flexing both feet here. Inhale deeply. Exhale, grounding that right shoulder into the floor. Inhale deeply. Exhale, maybe your chin moves towards the right side of the room, gazing over the right fingertips. Inhale here. Exhale, release it, come back to center. Drop that palm of your foot, or the bottom of your foot to the mat. Extend it out long. Point your toes, stretch your arms, reset. Excellent. Inhale, right foot flexes, left knee bends, hugging that left leg in towards your chest. We're going to repeat on the left side. Inhale, compress that leg closer to your body if that's accessible for you. And exhale, release it ever so slightly. Very nice. Inhale, compress. Exhale, release that compression. One final time. Inhale. And exhale. I'm going to extend that right arm this time, palm up or palm down, using that left hand to guide that left knee to the left side. Excellent. Opening up those hips. You can even ever so gently guide that knee up towards your left ear. Excellent. Inhale here. And exhale, settle. Inhale to this position. And exhale, surrender to this position. One final cycle of breath in your natural timing. On your next exhale, not mine, guide that leg back to the center. When you get there, you're going to switch your hands. Right hand reaches for left leg, left hand peels open to the floor as you guide that left leg to the right side. Slight twist in that lower spine, emphasizing the upper spine twist by pressing that left shoulder into the ground. And breathe here. Notice how this compression may feel different from the other compressions where your hips were more open. Here we're deliberately closing off the hips, almost hiding them. Gaze can drop to the left side of the room if you choose. On your next inhale, your next exhale, guide that leg back up. You can give it one last loving hug. Just, yes, legs, we love you. They're great, you're great. Foot comes back to the ground. Stretch your legs out, point your toes, arms up overhead. Good morning stretch, and breathe. We're going to bring our feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana. Here you can place supports under your knees if the opening is a little much, which it often is. We want our legs to just drop open. We're going to place your hands, palms together, extended right above your belly button, as if you were drawing something from your belly up towards the sky, and then tent your fingers. You might be able to see if you want to peek. So just your fingertips are touching. Your arms are extended. Even your shoulders might lift with the reaching. and your palms separate, so just your fingertips are lifted, are touching. Inhale, get long here, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, begin to draw those fingers behind the crown of your head to the floor behind you. Being led by the inhale, the arms come back up to hover above that ribcage, belly button. Exhale, keeping that length, draw the fingertips behind. One more time. Inhale, arms come up, fingertips reach to the sky. Exhale, draw that orb of energy behind you. Excellent. Fingertips can disconnect. You can just draw those arms down and rest. Wonderful. Now we're going to remove any supports you have. If you'd like to peek your eyes open, you can. I'm going to cross my legs like I'm sitting crisscross applesauce and just slowly and ever so gently find my way back into a sitting position in a way that suits you. We're going to come up to hands and knees. Keep your legs crossed and then sit back. So we kind of come up into a seating position, rocking forward and settling back. I'm going to face you. Here you can sit on 1 or 3 or 10 cushions if it makes you comfortable. We're going to cross our legs, kind of like crisscross applesauce, but the idea here is you're stacking your knees. You can play around with what feels better, opening your feet a little wider, drawing them in closer to your body. Fingertips engage as much as they can with the floor. Inhale, tall spine. And exhale, begin to make little circles stemming from your lower back, lower abdomen area. Your heart is still open as you bring breath in. It's just your lower back that's rotating. Like ball and socket joints. I'm thinking of like elementary school. Take one more cycle, maybe it gets a little deeper. And then pause at the top. Inhale to get tall. And exhale, reverse. Starting small. Maybe the circles get a little bigger. Eyes can close. Notice where maybe you feel a little bit more tension, and notice where you feel that release. Does knowing where those tense spots land in your body, does knowing where they are create some apprehension as you approach those spots? And if so, how can you get through or step beside those spots? Does that mean you maybe go a little less deeply, a little less deep? Or maybe you pause and go a little slower. Next time you come up center, pause at the top, inhale. Exhale, just extend those legs, give them a little shake. Now we're gonna stack the other leg on top. So for me, my left leg is gonna go on top. Knees stacked on top of each other. Legs can go as close to your body or as far away as feels comforting. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, bring little circles in, starting from your lower belly button area. Heart stays open, spine stays tall and long. Maybe the circles get deeper. Maybe you don't make circles at all. If you're having a hard time reaching for the floor in this exercise or any, pillows, books, blocks. I wish we could be in a fully staffed studio and I could be like, everyone use all the blocks. But here it's kind of a do-it-yourself art project, make your own props. Next time you come to a tall spine, take an inhale to reset. And exhale, begin to reverse the direction. Bringing natural inhales and exhales to this dynamic stretch. Hands can rest anywhere that feels comfortable. Wonderful. And as we play in this position a little more, start readying our bodies for our meditation. And by that, I mean just start telling yourself that we will be in a reclined posture for about 10 or 15 minutes, just so you can be prepared and you can get yourself settled. At any point you need to move or itch or change positions, that is absolutely fine. In fact, I encourage it. Good. Take one more circle or so. I'm obviously not counting. And when you come up to the top, Take a cleansing, resetting inhale. And release everything. Let your legs go. Give them a little shake. Rock your head slightly back and forth. Bring your shoulders in a couple of rolls. Just anything, you just need to engage, get warmed up, so when we do come to the floor to activate our more inner sense, the outer exterior body feels it feels ready to rest. It feels that it's been activated, and it can release, it can surrender a bit to the inner self. So here is where you get to set yourself up nice and cozy. Again, some suggestions that have been very helpful. A block or a pillow underneath, right above or right below your knees. A pillow at your low hips, or at your rib cage, depending on where you need support or opening. Pillow under your head. All of that is incredibly soothing. Please find your way into a posture or position that works for you. Having your blankets ready. Obviously, we'll be doing a lot of inner activation, but you might get a little chilly, the outside of you. So making sure you're in a cozy spot. I'm going to wrap myself up like a burrito. If here you would like to dim the lights a little bit, I will do so for you. Feel free. I don't know if you have a dimmer. My parents have a fancy dimmer on their basement lights for some reason. If you would like to lower your music, if you have it playing, just so you hear it, but it's not taking center stage, and find yourself into a reclined or comfortable sitting position and bring some natural breaths. In a few moments, I'm going to start reading our meditation. I would like to say that I was inspired to do a meditation this week by a friend of mine, Marisa, who started her own wellness community for meditation called Rise Wellness, I believe. And I went to a free meditation she offered, and I was very inspired by it. So I'd like to thank Marisa and her entire organization for what they do. Okay, so hopefully we found our place of settling. Even if our minds aren't settled, our bodies are physically planted, and we start noticing where we are connecting with the earth, the floor, the mat, the blanket, whatever is making contact with you, you are also making contact with those things. Take a deep breath in through your nose, feeling where it lands along your body, and slowly release that breath through your lips. Again, taking a cleansing breath through your nose, tracing the path of the breath with your mind's eye, and letting it go through your open lips. Continue with this rhythm, making note of the length of your breath with each cycle. Now begin to release this attention to the breath, allowing it to return to a rhythm that it chooses. The breath breathes you. The breath breathes you. Begin to let your inner self sink deeper inwards, starting to open to the possibility of exploring the world within. In your mind's eye, envision yourself in the position you are in exactly as you are now, lying down or sitting comfortably. And include all the small details like the shape of your hands right now. Consider the angle of your head right now. Envision yourself in this position and notice yourself becoming surrounded by strands of color. The colors are energies that move around you and also within you, spreading healing energy to the inside as well as the outside. Trace a strand of energy. What color is it? Does it change color? Is it solid or can you see through it? Where does the strand of healing color go? Where would you like it to go? Can you send it to parts of you that are in need? Breathe here and take your time. You may be imagining the strands of healing energy wrapping around a part in need, or maybe just diving right in, splashing it with color. You may imagine the strand of energy emanating heat or warmth towards that part or parts that are in need. Take your time and breathe. Now, send some gratitude to those strands of color for their healing as they begin to resume their gentle and compassionate encircling of your body. Imagine moving your arm and the colors move with you. Imagine moving your head and the colors follow. Now imagine sitting up slowly, the strands sending a pleasant, humming energy around you as you change your shape into a sitting shape. Slowly, you see yourself coming to a stand, our yoga tadasana, our mountain pose, strong and protected by this protective, colorful energy. You are standing invincible and purely you. You see in the distance a collection of objects. As you look closer, you see they are the objects, people, and feelings from your own life. Some you regard with love, like a pet or a child, and some with apprehension, perhaps a pain or a worry. Begin to see what some of these objects are and what you feel towards them. Perhaps love for a family member, but fear for their health, or confusion or pain over an experience in your life. Maybe happiness for something beautiful you saw recently, like a sunset or a collection of trees with new buds. Now, you can't see everything. Your life is filled with so many experiences, but some you see clearly. Take a breath in, release the breath, and envision what some of these objects are. Notice the detail. How do you recognize who these objects are, what they are? Just begin to recognize just a few. These objects start slowly moving through the air, hovering. You notice they are moving, and they're moving slowly towards your direction. Now, this is not a bad thing. For some of these things you love very much. But if they come all at once, they may knock you over or overwhelm you. Take a deep breath and release. You, armed with this healing energy, healing colorful strands of energy, open your arms to embrace these pieces of your life And as they move to you and connect with your body, they also connect with your colorful strands of healing energy and merely slide past you as you are absolutely anointed in this healing energy, made almost smooth. The pieces of your life meet you and they cannot harm you, and you see them as they travel past your range of sight, one by one. Take a moment to watch as these pieces of your life almost swim past you when they make contact with you and your healing energy. Now you recognize that though you may be able to stay here for much longer, it's time to reconnect with us on the ground. So inhale deeply and exhale with some control and energy to send any of the remaining pieces a little further away from you. With every exhale, the pieces are pushed just so slightly further into the distance, like you're blowing them away like the little feathery leaves of a dandelion. Once you have some space, look back down at your body. You see yourself almost electric now. You step back into your shape, settling back to earth, into the very position that you are now. Envision your colorful body halo also being reabsorbed by your body. The colors gently sinking back into their home, which is within you. Please take an inhale here. Exhale to acknowledge that experience and how that was for you. Inhale and begin to gently move your fingers and your toes, awakening your body slowly. Eyes still closed. You can begin, if you like, to roll over onto your favorite side, still swaddled up in blankets or pillows. Take a breath of repose here. And exhale, using your strong arms, begin to gently push up that body and find yourself into a comfortable seat. Your hands can come to prayer in front of your heart. Take a deep breath here. And exhale. Begin to slightly rub those palms together. Move them faster or slower. Just generate some heat in those palms. Bring more fiery attention into that body. Once they feel warm, you can cup your hands over your eyes and begin to blink them open. Let those hands slowly peel away from your face. Hands into prayer. They can come past that third eye space. Inhale tall. And exhale. You may gently bow if you choose. Our bow just signifies the end of class. So you bow to yourself, each other, for sharing in the collective energy and mind space that we created. If you are nourished by namaste and that makes you signal the end of class, then I offer you namaste as well. And first and foremost, I'd like to offer you thank you and gratitude for letting me share my own meditation with you. I hope that you found it at least a curious mental adventure. If not, just a soothing nap on the ground will do. And I hope to see you Saturday, where we move with our bodies a little bit more to activate
some other parts of our physical and mental form. So thank you, everybody. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. I'm sorry you didn't get to meet the pets today, but maybe next time. All right, take care and be well, all of you.